Welcome to my Pick a Card Beauty. Whether you've stumbled upon this for the first time or you're a returning subscriber to my channel, I'm stoked to have you because I love to give you tidbits of inspo and wisdom so you can create the life of your dreams. Today is a pick a card where you get to use your intuition to pick the pile that's for you and get a message generally, but slightly more specifically for you. That's what I love to do. And please hit the like button and subscribe if this is your jam, because it really, really, really helps me out. And I want you to get the uploads as they come in, right? The notification bell. If you really like this and you're looking for that, power up with P, hit the notifications so you don't miss a drop. I like to come in here semi regularly and gift you with this awesomeness. I also have a Patreon, so don't miss out if you want to really make transformation and changes in your life and you want to coach and support some magical awesomeness with this mullet. Check out the Patreon. Couple options, deep diving, mini diving, I'm going to have some fun. And so anything I do here publicly on the channel, we're taking it juicy deep in the Patreon, like serious transformation, like getting Shaz done in your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I got the coffee, I got the lip gloss. I'm ready to dive in. Let's do a pick a card. What do you need to know? So you know what you need to do? Tap into the intuition. I'm going to show you the piles. Pause on them if you need to look at them or whatever. Take a sec and figure out which pile's for you. Doing this small thing, even if you never use your intuition or think you're like intuitively dumbass, stopping and doing this before any pick a card will allow you to A, up your intuitive prowess, B, actually get you a legitimately personal, in a general pick a card, personal reading. Like you'll actually receive the message you're meant to receive. So get ready. I'm going to show you the piles and let's pick a card, get a message, have some fun, and create serious transformation. In today's pile, you will receive the channeled message from me, my guides, what I tap into from source using these divination tools right to you. Really, when you think about it, this is like a mini power up with P session. You're welcome. You're going to grab your cozy blanket, your water, your coffee, whatever it is you need to settle in, intuitively pick the right pile, and get the message you need. Are you ready? Think about it. What's niggling your brain? That's what we're going to talk about. Okay, so let's get into it. Find your timestamp below. Let's go. Okay, pile one, here we are. Let's see what you got. Start with the tarot. Oh, yeah. I love this combination, guys. The craft with the lovers. I love the harmony that comes from really embracing all self, all possibility, me, myself, and I really being guided by the divine. It's almost, and seeing this volcano here, it's like, I want to say the precipice of amazingness. It isn't erupting. It isn't erupting. There's something here bringing in the hard work. So are you incorporating in the hard work the joy, the love, the passion? You don't want to get caught up just over and over. I mean, yes, perfect your craft, but bring in the joy, the living in the moment, the things that you've learned now get to be part of what you're crafting, not just, working hard and toiling away. And I love how there's a connection to our motivators of hard work and the programming that we operate under, and really understanding ourselves. Let's just see what else is coming up here. Yeah, cycles again. Oh my gosh, another number 8. I love that. Cutting out what doesn't serve. And that's what I'm getting a lot of here. Like, this is beautiful discipline. This is, talent, really honing your craft. But there's a piece of, changing the cycle and what you see as, giving it your all, how you fuel yourself to really step into the craft of your craft, really make it what's going to push you over the edge and making your dreams come true is understanding that who you are is just as important as what you do, right? Your values have to come into how you create what you want. Don't just plug in and forget to see who you are and what you're creating in this life. You don't want to wake up one day and go, oh, shoot, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, the vision, you guys. Really seeing the vision. I was getting a lot of that with this card. Really connecting. Do that breath work. Look what's possible, right? Look what's possible. What's through that door? What is it you want to create? Don't just toil to feel busy, to feel important, to get things done. We want to really be intentional with who we are, and this may be a change for you, right? You might be used to working, doing the hard work, giving it your all, doing your best, and hoping that that would create an outcome, a specific outcome. But really with that, you can get disappointed. Things can really feel like an uphill battle, feel like you're toiling. Instead, Spirit wants you to shift to this appreciation of self, of your work ethic, of your talents, really seeing where am I operating under my programming and where am I being driven by my destined path, right? And you can access all of these answers through the breath work, through taking the time to see what's through the door for you and setting those intentions, right? Allowing yourself to really connect on this level is going to bring in what it is you're asking, the ease, the just like breath serves you. You want your life to serve you with more ease. Not that being passionate and hardworking is a bad thing. It isn't, but we want to avoid burnout. We want to clear out what doesn't serve in how we see ourselves and how we create in the world and give ourselves more of what we want. Okay, so I'm going to grab one last card just to round out your message. Actually, I think there's going to be 2 cards here for you. Let me just quickly get this one. Ooh. Yeah, the beingness, really understanding who you are and what you want to drive you in the future, not just blindly going towards it, but really being intentional with your vision, where you want it to take you. Having those boundaries to command what it is you want in your life. And we're just going to get one of these ones. A real call to know who you are and where you want to take these skills, your talents. Yes, you guys, again, the intention, the vision. Sometimes life takes us down different paths. We don't know, we have an intention and then something shows up and we're like, what's happened? What do I do now? And understanding that it's always a yes from the universe. You are right where you need to be. So when in doubt, go into self. What do I see in self? How can I love myself more? Have gratitude for myself and the life that I've created, and see, really appreciate that if you set the intention, the universe is answering that and giving you what you need. So have some surrender with that, right? The breath, surrender to help from the universe. You don't have to make it all happen. You have to marry with the universe to get on your destined path. And that may require changing your thinking a little bit, changing your habits a little bit to really open up and see what else is possible and what has shown up for you that may seem like a roadblock, but is actually answering the intention, the vision that you have set forward for yourself. You have what it takes. And there is an inner your soul is ready to step forward and really help you drive the ship, so to speak. Let me know in the comments what hit you with this that you're going to take away. And remember, some breath work, some intending, what it is that you want. How can the universe meet you and start becoming a magnet to all your dreams and desires? Okay, I want to hear from it in the comments. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Okie doke, pile number 2 is here. Pile number 2 in the house. Let's see what you got. Ooh, Queen of Cups. Isn't she a beaut? Hey? Sitting on the throne there, contemplating life, deciding how she feels about things. Does she like it? What's happening? Ooh, and then we've got a king. Oh, and a bear. I love that. Real masculine, feminine, real marriage vibe there. A real sense of safety and security. And your element is water. Dive deep. Ooh, interesting. Interesting. What are we getting here, guys? I like the water around the wand here with the bear, the ever protective mother bear with a king and a queen. Wanting to find that safety. Maybe there hasn't been a lot of routine. Maybe you really want to find those habits that support your life. I get a real sense with these 3 cards. It's looking at what it takes. What will it take for me to, really be that go-getter in your life, right? I feel a little off kilterness, like emotionally, maybe emotions kind of can really throw you off the path. If you feel a certain way, you kind of go that way. And I feel these cards really want you to ground into who you are and that you have, maybe more to offer than you thought. And maybe it's time to really look at what you can release emotionally to find that balance. Have some pent up emotions that it's time to let them out. So with Dive Deep, I love journal work. I love meditation, right? I really love swimming, getting in water, whether it's going for a float, going for baths, really letting the water element support you as you release and step into, what gets in your way. Is it emotional upheaval, ups and downs, emotional roller coasters? What gets in your way of being a leader in your life and creating those habits and really getting that push towards habits? Do you have bad habits that take you off the path? And do you have good habits that take you where you want to go? So I want you to really look at that and find that balance. It seems that your emotions may throw off any good habits that you're trying to install. So you want to really see that it isn't necessarily instant gratification. It's the regular habits of your life that are going to get you where you want to go. So there's a call here to connect with this water element in multiple ways and really allow those emotions to move. If you've judged emotions, if you haven't really been in touch with them, now is the time to really let them come forward and support you. I actually want to grab another one of these to just get us a little bit more here. What more is it that you need to know to really make this message make sense. Yeah, seeing what's possible. So sometimes when we feel a certain way about things and things kind of trigger us, we lose the vision of what is possible. And so dive in, play with what's possible, allow those emotions to really flow. Call in the support you need too. I think sometimes when we're super sensitive, we think we have to kind of do it ourselves when really there is support there for you. Yeah, don't tie yourself up in knots and isolate yourself. It may be time to get the support. It's almost that feel of making it harder for yourself because you get caught up in the emotions, the triggeredness, if you will. I'm just going to grab you one more card. Sometimes being emotionally stale is easier because then you don't go on an emotional roller coaster. And so maybe you deny yourself thinking about certain things or looking at certain things because you don't want that. But the truth is the possibilities are here for you. Yeah, there's a beautiful call. I love this too, with this, that ritual of going into self, diving deep within self. You know, what really motivates me. I don't necessarily want to move in a reaction to life and just be triggered. I want to look at my patterns and my habits, and I want to see that I have support. I want to stop pulling myself out of the game because I can't handle it, right? I can't handle who I am. I want to dive deep into who I am, what I want in this life, and see that I can do this. I can be the creator, I can say what it is I want. I can be my own mama bear, if you will, right? There is strength in you and power when you can be all that you are and be emotionally balanced, right? So dive in, let those emotions flow, do some journaling, do some meditation, see that you have support, and really get into, I love this card for like getting into ceremony, right? What can you do? Can you create a water ceremony? Can you go for a float? Like I say, what can you do that really will nourish emotional release, empowerment, seeing that we create our own traps, and because maybe we're afraid to be this for ourselves, and it is indeed time. It is indeed time. Okay, one last card for you. To see what else you need to hear to really land this home for you. Balance. Of course. That's what we're talking about. So, this person could be very stubborn and make emotional decisions because of what feels good, what they want. They get pulled in directions instead of anchoring deeply into personal power, good habits, and the long game, not just immediate gratification. Find that balance. It's going to be everything for you. Round it out. See that support. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. See that there are more possibilities. And ceremony with self, really creating that relationship to see all the eggs don't go in one basket. Your life isn't made up of one aspect. It's all the habits. It's you. It's all that you are gets to come into play. And really, emotional balancing and release for you, my lovely. Okay. Let me know in the comments. I want to talk to you about this. We can dive a little further for you specifically if you let me know where this took you, what you're going to do with it, what resonated and what didn't. Let's build. Let's talk in the comments. Okay, number twos. Thank you. See you soon. All right, number threes. Welcome to the party. Let's see who's in here for you. What could your message be? Oh, moving to brighter shores. I love that right off. Oh, yeah. Fresh start. We got some choices. You got a path. You got possibility. Things are going to start to feel lighter. Things are going to start to feel lighter. You're moving from that kind of isolation, that sort of trapped feeling, maybe way of being soaring. I love that, right? You're moving above the mountains now. Instead of having to climb them, you get to fly over them. So perhaps there's been some tumultuous stuff, but you're learning that through misadventure. You're learning that through hiccups. You're learning that through problems, which ultimately can come from our limited programming. There is freedom. There is the opportunity to soar. As much as you've been down, you get to go up. And so I love that. I love that you're thinking. What I'm really seeing here is your thinking is changing, and it's giving you an opportunity to be you and think more clearly. Okay, your mindset shifts. Whatever you're working towards there, continue. You ain't done. You're still in the boat. You have choices still to make, and you want to plan to give yourself the space to make good choices. Continuing. You want to continue to see the limits and eviscerate them so that you can have more of what you want. And as you clear that, you get to be and go after the things you want. And you're starting to see, I really get this sense of seeing yourself in a new light, seeing, how amazing you are, what's actually possible for you, seeing the things that you want can now really come into, fruition. We had this with another pile as well. And I think that's the real marriage of your beingness with your doingness, right? I see that in the 4 here, the doingness, the planning, and you're ready to fly. Let me just see. It's another 6 there too, which I love. That 6 to me feels like the connections of the past, present, future, like really seeing I love the support of the moon coming in here. And again, possibility, probability, like really having that guidance and support from the universe, and honoring our cycles, honoring that you had programming and conditioning, and that we have cycles that we go through, and that's a beautiful, those cycles, those things that we do, we learn from them, and we can embrace that, and we can share them. And that's how we become who we are, right? Through all of this. We don't dog on maybe some of the things that haven't been amazing because they really have brought us to this spot, right? So we see them for what they are now. The moon also can point at those tough times, the pain that you've experienced, and now you're moving into more ease. So I do want to offer that to you if it's been a struggle, if you've been on an emotional roller coaster, if you've been uncertain on how to handle your life, how are you ever, going to do that? You can do that. You do have the balance within you. Yeah, release. Oh, I love that. I love that. I love that. I love that. Again, that freedom you've moved away from and you're moving to. And again, the sun coming through, allowing you. So as you release emotion, as you see what emotion really, what role it plays in your life, and that it's safe and you can release it and you can be this balanced, beautiful, emotional person, I think you're going to really love that. And I think you're going to see that it actually brings you where you want to go to have the things you want to have. What else do we need to know? Grab one more tarot here. There is this beautiful, magnificent you ready to shine. Yeah, balanced choices. It's totally. Another 4. Yeah, I like that. Maybe, emotionally, decisions could kind of put you into that overwhelm. And you're moving away from that now, right? We're moving towards brighter days, the freedom to fly and see things in a new light, really seeing things in a new light as you let go of the weight and the heaviness of, maybe not having what you want, not feeling empowered, emotions weighing on you. That's them. Now you get to move to brighter days and really understand the world is supporting you. The universe is supporting you. So give yourself the freedom not to necessarily get stuck in overthinking or it's like let it go, move forward. See that you have options. So when you don't feel like you have options, what is it going to take for you to find options? What is the mindset shift there? And giving you that freedom thinking. Sometimes some emotional release is what's going to help that, right? Sometimes we don't necessarily have to understand, but we got to release what doesn't serve. And so we're not swayed by emotions when it comes to making those decisions, being what we want to be, going where we want to go. We don't get stuck in the overwhelm and the worry. So release, better days ahead. I can't wait to hear how this is for you, what you've discovered in this reading, what aha you may have had. I'd love to hear about it in the comments because we can talk about it there and we can take it a little more detailed for you with your specific questions. Okay, ciao for now, and we'll see you in the next one. Oh, we'll see you in the comments below.